Personally, I don't have to worry about the recovery process. However, everybody, it seems like just what everybody else around me, they have to worry. We've had some hundreds of people flee the island today. Um, on the planes that were coming in, private planes, national flag carrier, as well as via sea. We had some boats come in, some ships, and they were taking some folks to the capital as best as they could. A few folks were able to get out to the U.S. as well, but I'm okay with the recovery process. I need not complain, especially in comparison to others.
Can you describe, Kimberly, just paint a picture for us? I mean, obviously it's so bad, people are leaving. They're heading to the main island. Can you describe what the scene looks like there?
It's chaos. You have, of course, men trying to get to their wives who were evacuated to the capital. You have people saying, hey, we should take the women, we should take the children, we should take the single women. But at the same time, you have people who are fighting to survive. You have people who are ill. They've been dealing with a number of, I want to say, diseases that might start happening because there are still dead bodies all over the place. It's chaotic. The scene is chaotic. The buildings are across, they're reeking of mold, salt water, rainwater. Is pretty difficult.
Kimberly, we've been hearing from officials there that even though the official death toll stands at 30 right now, that number is much higher. I mean, as you're mentioning, you're actually seeing dead bodies on the ground there. Can you at all picture, I mean, the amount or the loss of life?
I can picture it because I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. It is gut wrenching. Like it's disgusting, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people who had survived Hurricane Dorian, in the end, they were left stranded because you need so much manpower, so much flights, so many boats to take these people to Nassau. And unfortunately, Abaco is very close to Grand Bahama. They can't even come here because there's nothing here for them to come to. You have there are people from both islands that are trying to get out. The island, it smells. Both of them are starting to smell because you need cleanup efforts to begin. In Grand Bahama, the collection has been a little easier than it is in Abaco. Some places still have water, and it's really unfortunate to think about. I've had people who've been rescued tell you about the bodies. They say that, hey, I was in this building and it collapsed and nobody got up inside that building. You've seen people say, hey, all four walls collapsed on folks. You've seen people say, hey, I watched my child be separated from me and they're only hopeful that somebody picked up their child and took them to the airport. You're hearing reports of people talking about looting and such. And I don't want to use the term looting. People are literally struggling to survive. If a food store has food in it and people can get to it, at this point in time, I mean, I know what I would do. I would probably break into the store too if I had to eat, if I hadn't eaten for days, if I hadn't had, fresh water in almost a week now.
What are the challenges, Kimberly, to getting resources into these areas, and how is that aid being distributed? Because it sounds to me like there's not enough of it and it's not getting to where it needs to be.
I don't want to say there's not enough of it because it's coming in on a rolling basis. So we have people from all around the world, Bahamians included. We're really close to Florida, which is good for us. The port of entry is now open here on Grand Bahama Island. People are landing at their own risk. We have no airport, so it's kind of hard to say, hey, you're allowed to land this time. So I believe the pilots are communicating with one another, saying, hey, you go down first. You can land in different parts of the island because we have more than one runway, thankfully. Abaco, I believe only one portion of it is open unless people are landing via helicopters and such, or landing on the road. They're using the road to land, to bring relief to people. And as they're bringing relief to people, they're taking those they're leaving relief items with folks on the island, and they're taking the others to the capital, which is the only place for them to go. It's really hard to get people between the two islands right now, and
Kimberly, really quick before we go, can you tell us, for our viewers around the world, really quickly, what is the best way for people to help right now? Is there a website to donate to? Should people donate to the Red Cross? Quickly before we go, what's the best thing that we can do to help?
There are organizations like the Red Cross, the American Salvation Army. We do have those two organizations here on land. And then, of course, just look out for certain GoFundMe links. You want to make sure they're, like the athletes, Bahamian athletes, or coaches, or things like that. If you want to donate, that's what I can think of right now.